Hello, welcome to The Wandering Drew. I am Drew. On today's episode, I'd like to give you an update on the channel and some of my hiking activities for the year. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has supported me and has watched the videos and given comments or emails, and most importantly, those of you that have subscribed. The channel's been going basically just about a year now. I'm recording this in the beginning of July. I started this about a year ago, and my goal was to put an episode out every week, and I pretty much have more or less stayed true to that. But with things opening back up again and work has really picked up, it's been extremely hard for me. In the last couple of weeks, you've noticed it's probably been more like every week and a half to 2 weeks for me to post a video. And just finding time to write the episodes, record the episodes, edit them, and upload them has really been challenging. So more than likely what I'm going to do is start spacing out the episodes a little bit more, and I'll probably put them up on a bi-weekly basis, which will give me a little bit more breathing room to do that. Obviously, what a difference a year makes, or even 6 months. You know, in the beginning of the year in January, I talked about taking 3 trips this year and upcoming events, and those plans have changed. I've been unable to do some of those hikes. I was able to do the Ocean Lake Trail in February. In March to April, I was up in Mountain City, Tennessee by the AT. I had planned several day hikes. I only got to do one of them before they closed the trails. And I had a side trip that I had planned to do, and I wanted to record and post as an episode, and I wasn't able to do that one as well. Had to cancel that trip due to closures. I had a trip planned for the summer, which obviously is not taking place due to travel restrictions. I'm unable to get to the trail, or the event that I was planning on going to attend was canceled as well. So my plans have drastically changed. So this year is really going to be a bit of a bust in terms of hiking. So with that being said, for the remainder of the year, I am looking on taking a hike. I had an idea on picking my next hike, but I'm going to hold on to that, and hopefully I'll be able to do that in the future when everything opens up and schedules and travel becomes more possible. So what I've decided to do is a trail I've been looking at for the last year and a half, which is the Pinhoti Trail. So if you're unfamiliar with the Pinhoti Trail is a 335-mile trail that goes from Alabama, eastern Alabama, heads to the northeast into northwestern Georgia, upper Georgia. And ends about 75 miles west of the AT, or Springer Mountain. And there is a way to get from the Pinhoti to Springer Mountain by using the Benton MacKay Trail. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Unfortunately, for me to hike the whole 335-mile trail, I think I would need about 18 days. And I just don't think I have that time available for me with other things going on and taking time off of work. So what I'm hoping to do is to do this trip during the winter, when I have another travel planned that I have to take, and it will put me in the area close to the Pinhoti Trail, enough for me to rent a car and drive there in a couple of hours. And what I'm going to do is, because I don't have that much time that I can take off of work to basically take off 3 to 4 weeks, I'm going to just do half of the Pinhoti Trail. So I'm going to do it from the southern terminus, which is Flag Mountain, all the way up to the Georgia-Alabama border, and probably a little bit more, a couple of miles more. There's a city called Cave Springs in Georgia, and that would be roughly about 175, 180 miles that I'll do. This will be my longest trip that I've taken to date, I think it's physically possible. The logistics, I think, are possible as well. I just don't know exactly when I'll be doing this. I will be doing this during the winter. I'm going to plan on doing it. It'll be anytime from after Thanksgiving until just after New Year's. And that depends on this other trip that I need to take whenever it happens. So I'm going to try and have these 2 trips basically link up so that I can do this one trip and then drive to the Pinhoti Trail and take my hike. And I figure I'll need anywhere between 11 to 13 days, depending on down days or resupply days or 0 days that I take. But I think it's quite doable. I've planned on 15 miles per day, just as a rough estimate. I know I will probably do more, but just in case I don't, I have a plan to do, 13 or 14 days. So if I can do it shorter in 11 or 12, even better. But if not, I'm not upset with myself that I fell short of my goal. In the next couple of weeks, I'll start doing my research, my planning. These are still early days in the planning, and I really just in the last week decided to do this hike. So that's the plan for the hike. It looks like that'll probably be the only remaining hike for this year or the beginning of next year. So with everything going on with the shutdowns and lockdown and COVID related stuff, it looks like there probably won't be much hiking going on for me this year. I will try to do some local hikes and some more training hikes when I get a chance, because I've noticed, just like everyone else, I think with being inside, haven't been exercising, haven't been hiking as much. I definitely feel like I've probably been eating more than I should, like most of us, and sitting around and doing less. And I definitely feel it physically. So I've decided to take steps actively to reverse this, and I've started taking walks. So I've started doing some hiking, I shouldn't say hiking, it's really walking. I've started doing some walking locally, anywhere between 1 mile and 6 or 7 miles. I'm going to start doing some hiking with a pack on or weights. And just like in the past, I'll start doing some longer distance walks, most like training, I guess you could say, hikes or walks of up to 20 miles or so. If I can go further than that, even better. But it's really hard right now with the temperatures and the weather being what they are. They're so hot that it is quite challenging sometimes to go walking for a long period of time. It's just really hard to do with the heat. I'm choosing to do this hike in the winter because I like the cooler temperatures. It's also when a lot of these trails are less traveled or used, so there's less likelihood of it being overcrowded and coming into contact with people. Not that I have a problem with people, and even with the COVID thing, I'm not too worried about coming in contact with hikers, but it is nice to have the solitude and parts of the trail to yourself. Additionally, I really like going during the winter because usually when you hike during the summer or the spring, you're in this green tunnel. Your views are blocked by all the leaves on the trees. But during the winter, when the leaves come off, even if the tree is still there, with the leaves gone, you're able to see more of the land and the vistas and the opening and the valleys, and you can see more from the summit. And I'm looking forward to that. That seems to be one of the reasons that I like going hiking. So that's the reason for me to do my hike during the winter. So once again, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, especially those of you that have subscribed. I know other people are watching the videos. Please, if you're watching the videos and you like what you're seeing or you want me to do more, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment below if you like what I'm doing, some things you'd like me to cover or discuss in the future. Love the ideas, love the emails I get as well. If you don't want to post something for everyone to see, I get several emails sometimes privately, and some of my ideas for videos have come from those. So I appreciate your understanding that I'll probably be putting out videos on a revised schedule now, probably every 2 weeks or so. It just gives me a chance to really work on some of the videos and my episodes and the ideas where, sometimes just writing an episode, getting time to record it, time to edit it, and time to upload it in a week was really, I felt like I was always behind and rushing to get it done. And with work picking up, I just don't have the time anymore. Another thing I'm working on is shortening the videos to a more shorter length, I've received several people that have commented on that, and I am taking it to heart. I'm probably going to try and pick topics, or at least address them in shorter, easier segments, and not try to maybe put too much in them, which I think has been the problem in the past. I want to cover everything, you know, that's related to it, and maybe instead break it up into 2 or 3 episodes might be the way to go, as I've done with several episodes in the past, but maybe just change the topic instead of trying to include them all, lump them together. So once again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch these videos. All of you that have been supportive over the last year, I greatly appreciate it. I look forward to more episodes in the future. Till we meet again. To 80 miles west. And I'll probably do some more of those. In the winter, the cooler temperatures, and upload videos without feeling rushed all the time. I was really having trouble.